Filming live from the firehouse. It's Good Night with Christopher Blue. With special guest, Sandi Sellner. I'm your co-host, Reverb, and here's your host, 5 Teenagers with Attitude.
Hello, and welcome to Good Night with Christopher Blue. I'm Christopher Blue, and we have a more phenomenal show for you tonight. This camera's not right. It's okay. That's all right. I'm here. But first, I'd like to thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified whenever we upload new content. When we come back, Sandi Sellner.
Oh, hello there. I just wanted to thank you for continuing to support the show. What's this? You feel like you could do more? Let me tell you how. You can go to our Patreon, the link is in the description, and you can subscribe to any of our memberships. Why, we have memberships that allow you to see extra content. We have memberships that allow you to have your name at the end of every episode. All while you get to support the show and help us to grow. It warms my heart to know that you are out there supporting us while we are hard at work to entertain you. So, join the Patreon if you haven't already, and I'm going to get back to my jokes.
Welcome back. As I said before, tonight's episode is pretty awesome. Reverb, did you watch Power Rangers growing up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, tonight we are speaking with a actress who was on Power Rangers. Ay! Hey, for any you Power Ranger fans. Alpha 5, the bodysuit actress of Alpha 5. So, I'm excited for this. So, out of studio, take it away, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. I am here with the Sandi Sellner. You might not recognize her face because from where I know her, it's covered up. Sandi, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? Tell us where people might know you from.
I'm Sandi Sellner, and I played Alpha 5 for seasons 2 and 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That's right.
Yeah.
This guy right here.
Those guys.
I am a huge Power Rangers fan, and it is such an honor to be able to speak with you.
Well, it's nice to finally get to meet you. We've been trying to do this for a little while.
Yes. Sandi, so how long have you been acting?
Actually, since I was really, really small, I've always been performing in some regard, like since birth. I was dancing and then I started auditioning really and like acting for real at 11. So forever.
And so what was your first role?
My first role was at 11, and I played I was in Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So how do you go from Shakespeare to landing a Power Ranger role?
I mean, I think as an actor, you kind of want to do everything, don't you? Like, and as a kid, I mean, that was my first just exposure, but I wanted to do everything. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Now, what was the auditioning process like? Because the interesting thing about you playing Alpha is you were just the body actress. Someone else did the voice, someone else spoke the lines, but it was you doing the real work.
Well, yeah, and I did have to say my own lines, but they did, redo it just to match everything up properly. But yeah, that was really interesting for me because I had never done anything like that before. I never just physically acted. I've always just, yeah. So it was definitely a new kind of thing all the way around. And then just playing a robot was just, so talk about different from theater, Shakespeare too. Yeah. Really, really different.
So the character of Alpha evolved a little bit. There was the 93 movie. Were you also Alpha in the movie?
No, no, no. An actress named Peter Marie Rickson. She played Alpha for the movie. Yeah.
Okay. And did you like were you able to give her tips on how to portray the character correctly, or
No, that never kind of happened. Yeah, no.
interesting.
I mean, these days maybe it would seem like that would be like because we have such easy access, like online and stuff. But back then we didn't, and I don't think it was real necessary. I think she did a really great job, without any input from me. So.
So as I said, the character of Alpha evolved throughout the seasons, and then in 2017 there was a Power Ranger movie with a fully CGI Alpha voiced by Bill Hader.
Right.
Did you have a chance to see that movie, and what did you think of that portrayal of Alpha?
I did. I went to a premiere out in Seattle when I was living out there with a couple fan friends that I flew out, and we all went together. It was really fun. I was super excited when they said Bill Hader was going to do it because I was like such a huge fan of his from SNL, and he's so wacky. I was like, oh my God, he's going to be perfect. So I mean, I have to say though, I was disappointed because he kind of went less wacky and fun and went like, I don't know, kind of a bummer a little bit. And the visuals for him were really disturbing. Like I got so many like parents and like older fans going like, this is frightening my children. I was like, I didn't get that. It was just so far removed from, the character we played. I was really hoping that he would have gone the other way with it. But
it's funny. My biggest complaint about that portrayal of Alpha was simply just the eyes that they had for him. I saw a piece of fan art where it was literally the exact same Alpha shaped body, but they gave him the visor, and it was 100% better. And I just don't know why they chose to go.
I don't know, like, how many focus groups they had or how many layers and levels of people had to okay that, but like it makes me wonder. I'm like, they weren't listening to the fans because the fans weren't really happy with it. So yeah, I'm hoping like Hasbro, now that it's in their hands, they redo it and try again.
I'm very excited for the future of Power Rangers. I've been keeping up to date. Even as a 31-year-old man, I'm still sitting at home watching Power Rangers on Netflix, and I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, nice. Are you excited to see the new special coming out?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. You are my segue person. I love it. Yes, in fact, today, as this episode is released, there is the 30th anniversary special on Netflix for Power Rangers. They're bringing the original cast back that can be there. Unfortunately, they have not asked you to reprise your role. I'm not upset about it at all.
I'm not upset. I'm excited. I'm just excited to see what the new little bot babe is going to bring to it.
Absolutely. But the reason I wanted to release this episode today is to give you your recognition as part of the legacy. So in a weird way, you get to be part of this special day of the 30th anniversary.
Oh, well, thank you very much. That's super nice of you.
Which, just so people don't call me out in the comments, I am a big enough fan to recognize that today isn't the 30th anniversary. I know it comes out August 23rd is technically the Power Rangers' birthday, but April 19th. I wonder why they chose this day to.
Yeah, I have no idea. They kept this top secret. Like I had no idea any of it. And I just worked with Karen too. She just didn't say a word. So yeah, they kept, I know what everyone else knows. So I'm just as excited to see what they've done.
And for those who don't know, you name dropped Karen, which would be Karen Ashley, the second Yellow Ranger.
Right.
Such a long legacy of Power Rangers. It's been great.
Yeah, super exciting. Like 30 years is just wow.
to move past Power Rangers for a minute, what acting have you done since you were Alpha?
Well, right after that, I got really excited about like independent film and doing stuff that was like maybe a little grittier and just way different than the stuff I was getting to like go out for normally.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a bunch of little TV series throughout like the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And then I returned to theater, which, after a long break, I really wanted to get back, to that. And I did. And then it wasn't long after that I was diagnosed with lupus. So that kind of slowed everything down.
Right.
Yeah. So I needed to just prioritize my health. Yeah. So that's what kind of happened with that. And now that I'm kind of getting better and getting out there again, yeah, we'll see what happens.
What would you say is the best thing that's happened to you, or your favorite memory of what's come out from your acting?
I think not being aware of something you thought was so small that you did maybe, and then finding out later that it really, really made a difference to somebody. It really touched somebody. Because honestly, as actors, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we're wanting to tell stories to touch people, to uplift their spirits or something they can connect to so they don't feel alone. And just that, I think that just has to be the biggest reward I've gotten out of it, is just to know that something that I thought may have been so insignificant really wasn't to someone else,
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Outside of and I know I keep bringing it back to Power Rangers just because that's probably the thing you're most known for. But yeah, outside of the Rangers themselves, like I always look forward to seeing Alpha on screen, and he was that buddy that you always like. Every Disney princess has their little pet buddy, and that's kind of what Alpha was for Power Rangers.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Oh, I always like to think that Alpha was like you can count on, and definitely some comic relief thrown in there. It makes you feel a little bit better about being silly,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Sandi, before we wrap up, tomorrow, April 20th, is actually my dad's birthday. Would you do me the honor of wishing my dad a happy birthday? He doesn't know this is happening. I'm just springing this on him.
What's his name?
David.
You just happy birthday, David?
Sure.
Okay.
There it was. Wonderful. Hi, Dad. My dad isn't nerdy at all. He runs the sound on this show, and I just think it's funny to have someone in the nerd realm wish him a happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday, David. I hope you have the best birthday ever. For sure.
Awesome. Thank you. And last thing, Sandi, where can people keep up with your story and keep up with what you're doing?
I'm on Facebook. I have a personal page where I do most of my interacting with people. I do have a fan page as well that I keep updated on. And then I'm also on Instagram. Just type in my name, you'll find me. And I keep up updates pretty regularly there. So you can find out where I'm going to be if you want to come see me.
Wonderful. We'll make sure all of your links are in the description of this video down below so people can just click on them.
Yep, just click on there and come give me a visit, and I'll help you any way I can, or answer any questions, or just hang out. I don't know.
Awesome. Again, Sandi, thank you so much for coming on. This has been a blast.
Thank you for having me. It's been nice to finally meet you and talk to you off of just Messenger.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll send it back into the studio so I can close out the show.
Thanks, Chris. That was such an awesome interview. I had such a great time talking with her, hanging out with her. Well, that's our show. Thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to click that bell so you get notified whenever we upload new content. Until next time, good night, my sweet baby angels. I'll see you in the future.